Welcome back, everybody. I am Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is our telephone number. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We talk mortgages. We talk your purchase mortgage. We talk refinance. We talk why you want to do it, if you can do it, and how you're going to do it. All these things, information that you're going to need that is going to be both timely and responsive to what your needs may be. And again, there are lots of different ways by which we can be utilized. One part that we do on this show each and every week is we bring a lot of guests to the show, try to give you opinions beyond mine. We usually bring in 2 or 3, maybe even 4 guests to give you opinions about what's going on in the real estate and in the mortgage world. This is, of course, the Mortgage Voice, and I'm Jeff Barton, your host. If you'd like to get in touch with us, you can reach us either by the phone number I gave or by email, info@malibufunding.net. That's our email address. We're also on YouTube. Our YouTube address, if you go to YouTube, Financing Mortgage, one word, you can see this show and our Las Vegas Real Estate Show, which are on YouTube, have been for a while. We enjoy putting it on the air for you, and we're getting a lot of terrific responses. I want to say thank you to KCAA, KMET, and the Roadrunner, the affiliates that we have that put the show in the Inland Empire and across the internet. We get great response. I had great fortune to talk to Fred, who is the owner over at KCAA. A couple days ago, he sent out a memo that said that our show was in the top, I think it was 44 for the year out of 200 top shows on their radio station. We're getting roughly about 1,400 podcast downloads a month, in addition to the number of people that listen to the show. So again, thank you to the audience and everybody listening. Yes, it is a boring topic if you think about it, but if you listen to the show, you know that what we try to address are all kinds of conditions that affect the market, affect your decision, the rate, the term, the how-to, solutions for you to be able to solve your mortgage issues and mortgage problems. One of the segments on the show that we bring every week is called News to Use, and we have a couple of things in the News to Use section today that I want to get to right away. I think we have 4 guests, great guests today. We're going to have on the show Martin Warren from Nations Direct. He's one of the principals over there. I wanted to get his perspective as to what's going to happen in 18, not only with the rates, but what especially we can do about bringing affordability back to the housing market. Everybody is well aware that housing affordability has gone up, and in certain markets around Southern California and certainly in Las Vegas, Nevada, where this show is also being aired on Channel 18.8 and new to Retro TV at Channel 47.4. That's a new affiliate we've got coming on in Vegas. But the Affordability Index, that is those people that can buy a house, is shrinking. And how are we going to address that? I wanted to ask Martin about that. And David Doyle, one of our great loan officer and real estate agents, is going to come on the show and talk about exactly, specifically, how he's going to ferret out the best deal for you in the mortgage marketplace and certainly in the real estate marketplace. Luke Mankey, who's been on the show many times, is going to talk about lending in not only Southern California, but up in the state of Washington, where we're newly licensed as Malibu Funding up there, and we're going to bring back to the show Ken McGraw, and Ken is a CEO of a company, a newly formed company, public company that is putting together 5 or 6 segments in different markets to be able to both bring a public offering and also services for what he does. I wanted to bring him on because we used to do, and we've not done as much this year, obviously not in 18, but in 17, the entrepreneurial section of the show where we try to bring on people who are doing new and exciting things and bringing both employment and opportunity into the marketplace. What we're seeing is an interesting point. I had a guest that I was going to bring on the show that was talking about the public markets, and I think I want to ask Ken about this as well. You know that there are only 4,000 public companies on the NASDAQ and the New York Stock Exchange, yet there are, I think he was saying to me, 26 million small businesses, and only 4,000 are public. I thought that was very interesting in that most businesses are mom and pop shops like my own, run and owned by the person who directs the business as well as makes all the business decisions. I think there's a lot to be said for that. I want to talk to Ken about how he does it, what his thoughts are on public and private and what the difference is and how he might approach it if, in fact, he had to do it all over again. And so I'm very happy that all those guests are going to be on the show today, so stay tuned. In the News to Use section, and I want to get to that right away, we're talking a little about a change in how Fair Isaacs is competed against. Fair Isaacs, of course, is the FICO score you use to get a mortgage or to get any credit decision in America. They pretty much have a monopoly on if you wanted to get a credit card, if you want to get a car, if you want to rent a home, if you want to buy a home, if you want to get a mortgage. Anything to do with any credit decision being made on your behalf or against you is made with a credit score, a FICO score. And those are three reporting agencies, of course, TransUnion, Equifax, and I can't remember the other one. What's the other one, Daryl? Experian, yes, thank you very much. I forgot them because they're the ones with a big data breach. So if they can forget you, I guess I can forget them. Anyway, so these three credit reporting agencies go into what Fair Isaacs, and Fair Isaacs is really a company, FICO score, that has an algorithm that calculates risk, right? Can you pay your bills? Will you pay your bills? And that's represented in a score from 300 to 850. Well, Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac got together with regulators and said, you know what, this may not be the best way to go about calculating risk for investors and calculating whether a particular borrower is a good risk for those investors. So they've come up with potentially a new source of credit analysis, and this company is called VantageScore. And VantageScore is going to try to nose its way into the credit calculation marketplace. And so we're now in the feedback stages with Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac through the Federal Housing Finance Agency, and they're the ones that really put the impetus to this entire change on the map. So is it a good thing? Is it a bad thing? How we calculate risk, what we look at credit scores. I mean, anybody that's looking for a mortgage knows that when you're looking at your credit score, you're going to choose the middle credit score. There's a top one, there's a low one, there's a middle one. The middle one is what most companies use when they look at your credit score. They also dive deep into your and I hate that term. It's become very popular in the last, 6 months to a year. Every time you want to talk about something in depth, they say you want to dive deep, you want to do the deep dive. Several years ago, it was, you want to drill down. Yes, I want to drill down and get to the particulars. I have someone at my office who says, I want to get to the granular of it. Regardless, the vernacular and the buzzwords aside, really what I'm trying to say is we need to get to the details of what this proposal is, but competition in the marketplace to determine whether you are a risk or not a risk is probably a good thing, because with all analysis and all competition in all marketplaces, let's face it, anybody who gets competitive is probably, or gets competitive with a dominant player is probably a good thing for the consumer. Although I will say that during the downfall of the mortgage meltdown, what we talked about as the credit rating agencies, whether it be Moody's or I forget, there's two or three others that rated the bonds that were bought and sold. And that's another thing I wanted to get into. Some of the settlements that are coming out to homeowners in Nevada as a result of some of the agencies purchasing bonds that were rated in a certain level, AAA, BBB, whatever they were, when they should have been C and D bonds. They actually have a settlement in Nevada that's going to pay homeowners and people who lost their homes $700-800. So if you're out there and you're listening to that, that's pretty good information. I'll try to get to that later on in the show. Listen, I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. Really appreciate you listening to the show, and we'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Your nose just a little bit, I need the sun off, there you go. When we do our workshops, we choose top locations like Red Rock Canyon for fashion, or we choose Cancun beaches for the glamour photography. There you go, good, good, good. We set up all the models. We have sponsors like Canon that bring out lenses and camera equipment, bodies that you can work with. We teach you how to use those. We teach you how to work with your equipment that you bring out. ISO 400, I'm shooting 1,000 shutter. I'm wide open at 2.8. Some of you are gonna be at 3.5. So whether you're a beginner or intermediate and you wanna advance to the next level, or even if you're advanced now and you just want to learn more process, more value, learn your equipment a little bit better, take better pictures, check out one of our workshops. You can check out JeromeHamilton.com. We have a workshops page that'll get you there. We bring the top of the line models to all of our events, and we take you to the best places.
Is your car starting to give you some trouble? Then come on down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service, where we offer a wide range of services such as new and used tires, balance and repair, brakes, AC repair, professional auto diagnostics. We promise you high-quality service at an affordable price. We're located on the corner of Boulder Highway and Wells Street. Do yourself and your car a favor. Come down to Gyra Tire Shop and Service.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Martin, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone and give us a call. We talk all things mortgages, both purchase and refinance. It's 2018, and everybody who's out there right now wanting to do something in the mortgage world, either getting a mortgage, as I said, or refinancing, maybe selling your house, you probably need a great professional to talk to. Please give us a call. We'd be happy and very grateful to help you make that decision and to guide you on your path to whatever it is you want to do. And if we can't help you, you know what? We're going to send you to somebody that can. I'm a great believer in trying to pay it forward and to try to help people. Housing market right now in Southern California and certainly out in Southern Nevada, very tough. The affordability index is, not doing you any favors. So if you're out there right now, please give us a call. You can email me too, info@malibufunding.net. And certainly we're on Facebook. If you go to Facebook, type in Home Loans, Malibu Funding Inc., and we pop right up. We bring great guests to the show, and this gentleman is no exception. Martin Warren is a principal over at Nations Direct Mortgage, and I really appreciate him spending a few minutes with us. Martin, how are you?
Excellent. Thank you for inviting me. I appreciate it.
And thank you very much. How was your holiday? Everything go well for you, I hope?
Very good. I'll tell you, the end of the year is always busy in the mortgage industry, closing deals, making sure everybody gets in for the holidays, but this year, after being 10 years in business, didn't stop. But we're still busy at the end of the year. Now,
Nations Direct, great player. We do a lot of business with your company. Can you give us a little bit of an overview as to what your thoughts are on the mortgage business, rates being what they are, regulation increasing? Where do you see it heading in the next, 6 months or a year?
Well, a good question. Being in business for 10 years, starting this company 10 years ago during an economic downturn. We felt comfortable with the overall business. We knew it was going to come back. We felt comfortable with the FHA, VA advent of that business, and we still feel very confident. Actually, I probably feel more confident in 2018 than going into 17. Granted, there's affordability, concerns. However, we've got some wind in our sails with the conventional conforming loan limits raised on the Fannie Freddie side, the 450 plus range, and then in some markets, San Bernardino, Riverside, going up to over 400,000 on FHA, and the Las Vegas markets raising accordingly. So that'll give out. The beauty of that is, especially for the consumer, gives them more buying power.
Right,
so,
of course.
We're already seeing it, Jeff. We're already seeing the impact over the last couple of days, even with submissions with these higher loan limits.
Okay, weather being aside, and obviously a factor, if it's dry and warm, we're going to see more sales in January here in Southern California than we did last year when it was wet and underwater. What are your prognostications, your guess as to volume in terms of percentages purchased to refinance this year?
Well, I will tell you that we've seen, over the course of the last 2 months, we've seen our cash-out refi business go up, which is interesting. We've always been a purchase player.
Right.
Over the past number of years, we've always been about 71 to 76% purchase. Again, with the advent of the refinances, we're seeing that with the higher values. We're seeing more cash-out refinances, maybe even borrowers going from FHA loan to conventional, as well as some of the affordable lending products like the Freddie Mac Home Possible Advantage,
right?
The Home Ready by Fannie Mae, which has a huge impact in the product. So we still feel that purchase has always been our play. That's how we've been in business. This is how we've done well. So we're going to stick. We feel it's going to be 65% of our business, but we feel personally our overall business will increase probably 12 to 18% in 2018.
Now, is that because it's new business or you're taking business away from somebody else? Because the projections I hear nationally are that the actual refinance business is going to be down quite a bit, maybe $500 billion this year, which means that, yes, you might have new products that could up your purchase business. But for you guys, that sounds like a tremendous year.
Yeah, we feel it's all by market share. Taking market share. Again, we've been in business for 10 years.
Right.
We have a strong ops management team. We have invested heavily in technology for 18 that we'll be introducing here in the next week and with our broker partners. So that we feel, and the more the ease of use of my company, we service 70% of the loans that we purchase on the street. So
I see.
We feel that the overall ease of use and getting a loan should be easier in 18 than in 17.
Now, new products on the market beyond, I guess, Fannie, Freddie, and Ginnie. Your company going to get into that, either the non-QM space or some of the other products that might be called a hybrid?
Yes, we've introduced a couple products over the course of the last 60 days. It is becoming fairly popular.
Okay.
High FICO scores, lower LTVs, maybe bank statements, personal bank statements, business bank statements, or in some investor products. We've had some great success with, but we feel that it could. You talked about some numbers and the increase in overall business with our company. We feel that a large portion of that will come from the non-QM product.
Now, in terms of this type of product, are you holding or carrying that? I know a lot of buzzwords out there like portfolio and, we're keeping it in-house. Is that the type of business, or is there a secondary market finally for these type of loans out there? I've read about some, although I haven't seen them. What are your thoughts on that?
Today, we are. Those are not retained by Masons Direct. Those are being sold to investors. And to answer your question, there is an appetite for this product. Yes.
Excellent. Well, that is what is news and music to a lot of our listeners' ears. As you know, this is broadcast out in the San Bernardino and Riverside areas, and we have a wide swath of people who don't necessarily fit inside a very convenient box, but do make money, have different businesses that might own. Bank statement programs would be terrific. So anything that liquefies that market or brings money so that companies like yours and mine can lend out to them is good news.
Jeff, it creates a huge buying opportunity for these consumers that may feel that they cannot get your conventional financing. And Jeff, these folks have sizable down payments.
Right.
They have excellent credit. They have reserves. And, from what we're hearing from our aggregators that are purchasing these, they're paying on time. So that's positive for all factors, for the consumer, for the for the investor. Now, more importantly, you're seeing a lot of these in these counties that are outside of either Orange County or LA, like you said, San Bernardino, Riverside, because they're subject to lower loan limits. So this gives them an opportunity to buy, a standard quote unquote home for $500,000 or $600,000, where the conventional wouldn't lend on.
You mentioned technology, and I think that's a way to drive costs down. Certainly, the day one certainty items that are coming out from certain lenders. Are you into that type of thing with these type of loans? Meaning that either the verification of income, deposit, employment, all of these things can be done rather rapidly in the loan process. Is that part of your technology solution?
Yes, sir. Yeah, correct. That's what we are both seller servicer with both Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac.
Right.
Obviously, Fannie Mae now with a day one certainty. Freddie Mac's going to be introducing their own product that's going to be the same type of process. They also have, now we're seeing more appraisal waivers,
right?
Meaning that the appraisals waived, even on purchases for both Fannie and Freddie. So with that, again, you're asking for the ease of use, limited documentation, so you're closing loans a lot quicker. I will tell you that as an organization, our closings less than 30 days, even less than 20 days, is the majority of our business, and especially being a purchase lender, we take a lot of pride in that.
That's excellent, Martin. I am up against the clock. I really appreciate you coming on the show. I know how busy you are, and again, thank you very much. This has been Martin Warren from Nations Direct Mortgage.
Thank you very much, Jeff. We appreciate you and your business. Thank you.
And thank you very much. And I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising. And according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is our telephone number. Pick up the phone, give us a call. We can answer your questions, whether it be on mortgages, maybe purchases, refinances. Hey, there are all kinds of things out there in the marketplace that you may not know about in terms of what's going on in the real estate market. We can help you with that, too. We know lots of different people in the industry. If I don't have the answer, if the show can't provide it, we can certainly direct you to someone who does. On our company website, www.malibufunding.net. They are the sponsor of the show. There's about 35, 40 different loan officers there that can help you with any questions that you might have. We have guests that we bring to the show. If you want to reach us by email, of course, we give that out all the time. My Twitter handle is @Jeff6493. I just registered a new password for that. That's why I remembered what it was today. Otherwise, a lot of these newfangled technology thingies, because I'm an old guy, I just don't get. But I use them all, and we have people who are directly responsible to you, the public. When you ask us a question or query something, we get right back to you. So if you have a question, you don't want to call, you don't want to email, you don't want to tweet, you can go to Facebook, www.facebook.com, and you can dial us up at Malibu Funding. What is it again? See, I can't even remember my own Facebook.
Your Facebook?
Yeah.
I think it's Malibu Funding.
Yeah, it's Malibu. Yeah, whatever it is, our Facebook account is up there, our Malibu Funding Facebook. Make sure you type in Malibu Funding Inc. on the Facebook page so it comes right up.
I'll find it.
Thank you. Thank you very much. You know, it's been a long weekend, and I want to bring our next guest on, David Doyle, who is a real estate agent at Bridgeport Real Estate. Dave, how are you today?
I'm doing good today, Jeff.
Okay, I know you're a little bit under the weather, and please forgive my memory lapses. You know how it is when you get over 60. Well, maybe you don't know how it is.
Almost.
Almost. Okay, very good. Now, I know Dave's got 4 lovely children and his wife. And how were the holidays for you? I hope everything was great.
Everything was wonderful. Thank you for asking.
Okay, very good.
Lots of food, lots of eats, and little sleep.
Yeah, you know what? And I think that's a problem right now with me. I mean, I think early January is a terrific time of the year. I do my spring cleaning in January, try to get things in order. Tell us a little bit about your own business plan, you know, in terms of both buying and selling real estate and maybe finding a new way to reach some people in the new year.
Well, you know, it's kind of been, I'm a little bit on the old school side. We do a lot of direct mailers out to clients that are, you know, in the marketplace with values so high right now.
Right.
It's a great time to sell your property. And at the same time, there's quite a few homes out there that people have owned for many years, haven't quite fixed them up, and they're a little bit dated. So we go after quite a few of those to try and help them either improve their homes to sell or to see if they want to sell, you know, time for relocation and get someone that wants to fix it up and make that house what it could be.
You know, I know that also you do some terrific work in foreclosures, maybe some probate, maybe some deals that people might be looking for that aren't necessarily on the market. Tell us a little bit about that business as well.
Well, I work with quite a few different attorneys out there that are probate attorneys.
Right.
So it kind of gives me a foot in the door to help the people when they're going through that process. And it's always a sensitive process, but it's nice when they know that, you know, when the families are having those properties, that we're able to help them come in and take care of all those issues, get that house on market for them and get it sold. And a lot of times we have that house sold before it even goes on market, which makes it much easier for the family. You know, we go through and take care of all the different court things. If there are the court things, we kind of make it as simple and easy as possible, because the last thing people want is that additional stress when they're going through a probate.
Now,
on the same side of it, for the buyers, we're able to help them get a really nice deal on a property. So it's a win-win on both sides.
Yeah, I was going to say, you know, all of this stuff in terms of winding your way or wending your way through probate or some kind of foreclosure situation is not easy. It's not simple. It's hugely stressful. Any kind of relief that anyone can give them is a great value to both buyer and seller. And speaking to that, of course, is what you just did. And I appreciate that, because I know the people out there who have gone through it wish they had someone in their pocket or at least in their corner to try to help them get their way through that sort of thing.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. The same thing, people that are, unfortunately, you still have a share of people out there that are getting behind on mortgages or facing possible foreclosure.
Yep.
We try and direct them, whether it's through Malibu Funding or through our resources, to see what avenue they want to go to try and do a new loan on the property to get themselves out of that situation, or get the property sold and see what other recourses they have to get out so they don't have that foreclosure on their record.
Yeah, that's
it's nice to know that you have someone on your side who's not looking out for their interest, but they're looking out for the client's interest. And that's kind of what our goal always is.
Yeah, I think the company, Malibu Funding, of course, who's the sponsor for the show that I work for, we can do it better. We can help you better. We can last longer at, the game in terms of being persistent at finding solutions. I think that's what you're talking about here with Bridgeport, and I've always appreciated that with what you do for that. Tell me a little bit about Bridgeport and the growth aspect of the company, where you see it going this year.
Well, we've had some other agents come on board. We've been, we're a small firm, and we pride ourselves on giving customer service. We like to take every client as if they're our one and only. Excuse me.
That's okay.
Because we want every client to be represented completely to their full extent. We don't want to leave them high and dry and thank you for the job and walk away. So, excuse me.
That's okay. Hey,
we have we're doing pretty fair on our sales volume, and I think we're probably going to double that this year for the simple fact we're getting so many referrals coming in. Every client we have, if they're not happy with what we do, then we feel we didn't do our job. So we like to keep every client happy, which gives us more clients in return.
Hey, could you shout out your phone number or a way if somebody could get a hold of you here in Southern California? Because I know you work all over the 5-county area in Southern California. So if you could just, shout it out, that'd be great.
Phone number 661-373-6577. Again, that is 661-373-6577.
Now, a product out there in the marketplace, do you see new building happening, and where is it happening?
I see a bunch of new building happening right now in the Santa Clarita Valley. They've done proposals for roughly about 35,000 new residential homes in parts of Newhall, in parts of Valencia, in parts of Stevenson Ranch. I've also seen a pretty good increase of properties being built up in the Northridge area.
I see. Yeah,
you're seeing quite a bit of growth go on, and we're seeing growth starting to happen out in Ventura County as well, on the outskirts of Simi Valley toward Thousand Oaks.
Okay, excellent. Now, these projects, they're long-term, right? 10, 20 years that that's a lot of homes, 35,000 homes up in Santa.
They're forecast between the next 10 and 20 years.
Right.
You're probably going to see the nicest part about these projects going on, not only are they bringing more homes into the area, they're bringing values up for those particular areas.
Oh, I'm sure.
The infrastructure's go on. They've been widening part of the freeways in different parts.
Yep.
So it'll be a little bit headache in the interim, but the long term, 5-10 years down the road, you're watching values just starting to jump up. And the two key features of both those areas I talked about is that both areas have some of the best school districts in the entire state of California.
Right, I agree.
So they're kind of win-wins. They're great areas for the development.
Well, obviously, anybody who is looking to get into a school system, they know where the good schools are, and that's why the demand in those areas are high. But I've always thought that we were way behind the curve on building new homes or allowing existing homes to build additions to be able to be rented out. What do you think on that?
I absolutely agree with that. It's interesting you bring that up because LA County and also our state of California has allowed what they call granny improvements or granny suite improvements, where people are allowed to convert garages or build up to certain square footage, depending on the particular city, of mother-in-law quarters or even kids' quarters or even rental quarters for the lower or needy renters out there. So there are programs that have all started within the last 7-8 months within LA County, and also the state of California has offered it throughout the state, but it's all done specific by area.
Of course, city by city,
It's made it
absolutely.
a lot easier to do a 780 square foot addition onto your house. All the fees and costs have dropped down considerably, making it big for a lot of people because we have a lot of people in need of rental units.
Hey, I am up against the clock. Dave, I really appreciate you coming on. That's terrific information. This is Dave Doyle, everyone from Bridgeport Real Estate. Thanks very much for coming on the show.
You're welcome, Jeff. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. We'll be right back.
Ruthless Cowboys, keeping the American dream alive and creating jobs one t-shirt at a time. From fabric to design, Ruthless Cowboys makes 100% American-made apparel that hardworking Americans are proud to wear. At RuthlessCowboys.com, you can shop for shirts and accessories for the cowboy or cowgirl in your life. Head to RuthlessCowboys.com, check us out on Facebook and Instagram by searching Ruthless Cowboys. Ruthless Cowboys, we're all about family, country, and keeping it all American. RuthlessCowboys.com.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is our telephone number. Pick up the phone and give us a call. We're talking mortgages. We talk purchase. We talk refinance. We talk reasons to, reasons for, and maybe how to as well. We certainly have some answers, not all the answers, but we certainly can help you by pointing you in directions you may not have thought about, whether it's trying to get a purchase loan with just bank statements, or maybe using your business as the sole reason, or not reason, but the sole source of your income, by which we can then fashion a type of loan which you may not be aware of. We obviously do Freddie Mac and Fannie Mae products as well as Ginnie Mae. We are a lender. Malibu Funding can say yes when others say no. Don't you hate that when people say that? I've heard that on so many mortgage ads. It's like now it just comes out of your mouth. There's another ad out there. What's the one the guy says, it's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind? Yes, I talked to him too. Very nice man, Leslie Hogan, for whatever company he is. Anyway, I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. If you want to reach us, phone number I just gave you, info@malibufunding.net. Facebook, if you go to Facebook, type in Home Loans, Malibu Funding Inc., and we pop right up. We're on YouTube. I've got a Twitter handle. I've got a blog, although it's currently down right now, so if you are looking for it, you can't find it. Regardless of all that, I'm very happy once again to have with us a terrific loan officer from Malibu Funding who does now loans in Washington State, as we are now approved. Luke Mankey. Luke, how are you?
I'm good, Jeff. Thanks for having me back on.
And thank you very much for coming back on. You're one of the oldest guys that we've had on the show, and you always come with a new twist to some sage old problems in the mortgage industry. One of the things that we've run up against last year is quality of documentation by the borrower. How do you help? How do you solve those issues? And what are you doing in order to bring the most relevant and accurate documentation to the loan?
Oh, gosh. Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you, the latest struggle, it seems like lately, is businesses that seem to be picking up, and I've got a fair amount of self-employed borrers that are doing well and getting a lot of money coming in, but they're either wanting to use business bank statements, which can get a little bit muddied the water, having to source and season and provide proof of those larger deposits, or they're moving money into personal accounts, and then I got to trace that, and it brings it back to business. And so it's just trying to advise people, like, look, this is how, if they can reach out to me early enough that I can advise them how to manage their personal accounts, So those accounts stay clean for 60 days. So it's easier to use for these purchase or refinance transactions for that matter, but usually it's for the purchases. There's a lot of fine detail that goes into like keeping an account that we use for funds to close, keeping it usable so it just doesn't become a paper trail nightmare of having to document everything. And people, a lot of time it's tough to get through to them, but they just, or if you try hard enough, hopefully you get through and they'll start listening to you and we can make things easy for them.
Now, when you're talking business loans, or not business loans, but using your business to get a mortgage versus your traditional W-2 or tax documents that you get every year, what do you suggest these people do in terms of trying to source their money, of trying to get it, I guess, I don't know, to be able to be used? I mean, you say get to them early. What is it exactly that you're going to tell them once you do that?
I think that if you could early on, let's just say you're going to buy, a $400,000 house, and you're going to put, say, 10% down, so that's $40,000. If we could early enough get them to have that $40,000 allocated into one of their personal checking or savings accounts, if you can get it in that account, at least the amount of money that you need for the down payment, and have it be in that account for 60 days, that's great. But that's not necessarily, feasible for that's not necessarily feasible for everyone.
Right.
So if that's not the case, then we need to bring those business accounts into the picture and potentially use them. And it just kind of depends on what I see and the activity I'm seeing in that business account. Usually determines how much we use it or if we can use it. But we always try and take them the path of least resistance and advise them accordingly, but that doesn't always work out. It just kind of depends on their financial structure and where all the money is. But ideally, perfect world, we get that down payment in one of their accounts that we would use, which is usually a personal account, and we get it in that account ideally for 60 days, and then it's much, moving downriver, not rowing upstream kind of a thing.
Now, do you see more purchase or refis in your particular business this year? Do you know?
Right now, what I'm seeing is mostly purchase. Although we just closed a couple refinances a few weeks ago for a client, but I'd say it's probably 70 to 80% purchase and 20 to 30 refi.
No, that's interesting. We just had the Martin Warren over at Nations Direct was on. He was saying very similar figures to what he was doing. He said 65-35, but he saw an uptick in refinance for whatever reason. Either they're eating into market share or they're just coming up with more creative ways to do refinances, thus just gaining more business. But that's kind of the way it is this year. I mean, if we go from $1 trillion refi market to a $500 billion refi market, that means that whatever business you have is going to grow only in the purchase sector. That's kind of the way you see it?
Yeah. And yes, it is. And I think it's going to be interesting to see what investors do. This person that I did these refis for a couple weeks ago, he had, 5 properties, and he sold one. And his goal has been buying one property every year. And he said, this year he's like, I'm kind of cooling off. I just feel like the market's so hot, it's tough to make the return. Like you got to either have all cash and then,
right,
you're making good money. But that whole kind of frame of thinking for an investor was, you put 25, maybe 30% down and you're going to get a little bit of a return on the rental income that offsets the incoming PITI payment. Well, he just doesn't see that anymore. And that's just one person, but the writing's a little bit on the wall where I think it is a little tougher for these investors that that are uber wealthy, but, they want to start buying properties here and there. And it's, the values have gone up so much. It's going to be interesting to see kind of what the investment market does.
That's interesting. Yeah. Do you think that opens up opportunities for single-family purchasers who want to live there, new families?
For sure.
Yeah, I mean, if your investor's out of the market, sure.
Yeah, and maybe that's what we need to kind of correct it and make it a little bit more of a fair playing field for these first-time home buyers or just owner-occupants. 100%, I agree.
Hey, listen, I know you do loans in other than California, in the state of Washington. Any difference between doing loans here and doing loans there?
No, not necessarily. I just being from up there, it's kind of something where you just get, friends and family usually, or friends of friends.
Sure.
That need it. But I mean, all of our lenders. I mean, there's a couple lenders that we have at Malibu that actually only lend in maybe California and Washington, or just a few West Coast states. But I would venture to say that all, or at least 9 out of 10 of our lenders all lend up there. So it's same standard, same pricing, hits rates, products, all that stuff. I don't really struggle. Gosh, majority of my clients in California don't really even need to meet or choose to meet. We just handle it all electronically over the phone. So it makes it easy, and that's one of the many great benefits of working for Malibu is we can lend in other states, and we don't have to be there. You get a wonderful company and great attentive loan officers, and we can close loans for you in states that we don't live in.
Excellent. Thank you for the plug, too. We really use it, especially on the show that I sponsor. That's terrific. That's great. Hey, listen, Luke, could you shout out your phone number or a way people can get in touch with you in case they need a great loan officer to talk to?
Thanks. Yeah. Luke Mankey, cell phone is 818-209-2592, and email is a little long, but it's luke.malibufunding@yahoo.net. Thanks, Jeff.
Thank you very much, Luke, and I really appreciate you once again coming on the show, enlightening us as to what you think is happening in the marketplace, and certainly talking a little bit about how to source funds for certain type of loans. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Happy New Year, guys.
And Happy New Year to you, too. And I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry, and we'll be right back.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.
Successful Strategies International offers state-of-the-art PMP certification and an entire curriculum of project management, risk management, portfolio and program management by using unique learning techniques such as online learning, simulations, and facilitator lead programs. Our clientele consists of some of the biggest Fortune 500 companies in existence. SSI has trainers all across North America, Europe, and Asia to help meet your project management needs. Learn more at ssi-learn.com. That's ssi-learn.com.
Are you experiencing hair loss? We have the solution with no drugs, no surgery, and no side effects. Experience 100% pain-free results with Super Grow Laser Cap System, featuring 272 professional-grade lasers that make your hair thicker and fuller naturally. Use it 15 minutes a day, 3 times a week, and notice your hair growth in as little as 3 months. Visit online at irevivelaser.com to order your Super Grow Laser Cap today and experience unbelievable results. irevivelaser.com.
Welcome back, everybody. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry. 888-713-2929 is the telephone number. Pick up the phone, give us a call, and you can talk about mortgages. Your mortgage, a friend's mortgage. Maybe somebody needs a mortgage. You got a family member who wants to buy a house. Maybe you have an older sibling or perhaps parents that need to sell, downsize. You probably need some help with that as well. We can help with all of it. I really appreciate it if you give us a call, but certainly can email us, info@malibufunding.net. Yep, that gets right to me or one of my terrific associates, malibufunding.net. That is our website, and you can go there. You can see at least 40 different loan officers, people who can help you if you don't want to talk to me. And if none of us can help you, we can point you in a direction that somebody might be able to. Certainly, we don't have all the answers. We have a lot of cumulative knowledge in the mortgage industry, but there are so many different scenarios and issues that come up with different people that, hey, look, if we don't have the answer, we'll find somebody that does. We bring to the show each and every week a whole bunch of great people. This week, we've had several on the show already, and our next guest is no exception. Ken McGraw is the CEO, and I believe is the owner also of McGraw Conglomerate, which is a company that I wanted to have him explain a little bit about what he does because it's in our entrepreneurial section. Another guy out there doing it in America, and I think that's absolutely what this show is all about. Ken, thank you very much for coming on the show.
Hey, Jeff, thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you very much. I know for our listeners who've been listening for more than a couple of years, Ken was a congressional candidate in, I believe it was the 3rd or 4th district in Chicago last year, and now is starting his public company, already started it. So tell us a little bit about what that company is, what it does, and how somebody might be able to get involved if they want to.
Well, thanks again for having me, Jeff.
Sure.
And, I'm glad I'm on during the entrepreneurial part of your program because I'm a testament to what somebody with an entrepreneurial skill set and is out to help people of like minds achieve their goals. That's what this company was set up to do, was to help support the small business owner. You know, there's 28.8 million small businesses across this great land, and there's only 4,000 companies that have actually gone public. Well, it's our mission at McGraw Conglomerate to be here to be a resource for the small business owner that we believe is the backbone of this country, not unlike Malibu Funding is.
Right. Okay. Our company, Malibu Funding, let's just choose me, for instance. I'm thinking, okay, I just heard Tim and what he had to say. I don't know what it is exactly. Is it something that you get involved and you partner up with Tim, or is it something that you take access to public money in terms of getting other people involved with your company? How does the whole thing work, and what are your plans, and what is it exactly that you're doing?
Well, the great thing about us is we're a private equity company, and our mission is to invest in and acquire successful small businesses that are looking for the next stage of their evolution, that are already in existence and are showing profitability but have a plan for the future. We love to partner and invest in other small businesses that have a plan for growth, a plan to take what it is they're doing, whether it's a product or a service, and reach a broader, bigger market. That's when we get involved. That's when McGraw Conglomerate comes along and offers investment dollars, access to capital for small businesses to grow and succeed in whatever particular industry they're in.
And so, given that I've been on the website, obviously I've talked to you extensively about it. For our listeners, the industries that you're involved in, what are they?
Right now, we have significant investments planned in the energy industry, oil and gas, and clean, renewable energy. We're in banking and finance, so apropos for this call here today.
Yeah, exactly.
We again are partnering and currently interviewing many companies across many different industries, but oil and gas, finance, and insurance. But also we have a significant investment that's scheduled inside of the automotive and automotive services industry. So we have a wide range of investment opportunities for people that want to buy stock in a company that's well diversified and, again, is looking to support small businesses. We're definitely a good investment.
So a couple things, right? If I'm somebody that's looking to take advantage of a rising stock price, I would give money or purchase stocks in your company. You would go out and then invest this in small businesses, thus growing the value of the shares, just because the bottom line is growing and your actual businesses you're in are growing. So it's a twofold approach for you as a business owner, but as an investor, you can take advantage of this either by buying into what you're doing or having a company that you, as the owner of McGraw Conglomerate, can invest in to grow the business. Twofold, right?
Correct. Well said, for sure. We're definitely interested to find more opportunities, people that are looking for investment dollars from our company, but we're also definitely interested in bringing on new shareholders that are interested in participating in our freshly minted IPO. Right now we're in our IPO phase. Right. We intend to be listed on NASDAQ in less than 90 days.
Wow, that's excellent. So this would be like a crack at the Apple or whatever that saying is before it even goes to the public markets, and you're saying within 90 days that'll be on the NASDAQ.
Yeah, right now our initial public offering is open, and you can go to the website and buy stock right now at $6, and we expect that price to more than double once we do get to NASDAQ.
And what is the place that someone could go, and do you have to be a registered investor, a qualified investor?
That's the wonderful thing about this type of IPO is you do not have to be one of those big investment bankers to participate in this IPO. Reg A Plus allows small investors, people that make less than $100,000 a year, to be able to go online and buy stock of ours at $6 a share. So it's a beautiful situation.
Hey, does the experience that you had running for Congress, how does that help in what you're doing in the entrepreneurial world?
Well, it helped me get a bigger picture of how important small business is and what it means to the family and to the community to have business owners have access to the capital that they need to grow their business, because it affects not only their family, but the greater community at which they're a part of.
This regulatory atmosphere, which is less than it was, let's say, 2 or 3 years ago, it's obviously helping business. You can see it by the advances in the stock market itself. Has it also freed up capital for companies like yours in terms of allowing people to at least risk a little bit more than they might have under a high regulatory environment?
It does, for certain. And anytime there's less risk and more certainty in the marketplace, it does allow business owners like myself and like you to be able to free up some of that capital for investment to grow their businesses. But the current regulatory environment, now having some certainty, having a new president, and having the attention on reducing regulations, I believe we're all a winner when that type of thing happens.
Well, as I was saying the other day, I had two thoughts about it. One, I think there's some great programs out there that are going to suffer. But two, I think anytime you give somebody money that they didn't earn, they're just going to spend it on things that they might not necessarily spend it on if it was their own money. And I think that they call wasteful government spending. You know? That's just what I think it is anyway. I'm an old Yankee, and I'm pretty frugal with my dollars. So I know that if I get something given to me, it's usually often not spent in the most significant or frugal way. Listen, I really appreciate you coming on once again, and always. Do you have a phone number or some direct way that someone could get in touch with you personally if they wanted to talk to you, Ken?
Yeah, first they can go to the website at investment.mcgrawusa.com. That's where they can find out about the company and actually buy some stock in this IPO right now. And our phone number is 888-525-0010.
Okay, and full disclosure, I have bought shares myself. Really appreciate the opportunity that Ken gave me to be able to do that. This is a commercial sort of for Ken, but also in the entrepreneurial section, it shows that anybody who has the will to do it can get out there and improve their life and the lives of others. And I really appreciate you explaining to our audience what that is and how you're doing it.
Thank you, Jeff. I appreciate it, and appreciate you having me on your show. Anything I can do, support successful business owners like yourself, more than happy to do it.
Thank you very much, and that's Ken McGraw from McGraw Conglomerates. I'm Jeff Barton, your voice in the mortgage industry, and we'll see you next time.
Want to know how to create more business and save money? Simple. The answer is video. Video shares are the fastest growing form of word-of-mouth advertising, and according to InternetRetailer.com, visitors who viewed a business video were 85% more likely to buy after watching it. People today are on the go. They don't have time to read text, but they have 1 minute to watch video. At HD Video King, we not only create quality video that's right for you, we coach you on how to get the most from it. Call today. Our award-winning staff are ready to assist.